This week we anchor at Turnaware Bar in the Truro River.
We've done a bit of research.
We go for a run in the stunning Trelissick Gardens and then take you to Pandora Inn, a 13th century pub near Falmouth. We get a tyre stuck on our anchor and prepare to leave for the Scillies. Good morning. It's the next day now and we are anchored in the River Fal. So we're near Trelissick Bay, I want to say, and I'll correct you shortly if that's wrong. But we have woken up this morning and it's back to blue skies again. It's how we started our trip, which is amazing. It feels quite weirdly warm, or I'm warm, but that might be because we've just had the heat on for an hour. Who knows? You might be able to hear it in the background still. So yes, I will show you the glimpse of where we are and where we're anchored now. But yeah, very glorious morning. So yes, corrections had to be made. So we're at Turnaware Point, which is off of the Turnaware beach, and right opposite us is the Trelissick Gardens, which is where I got confused, and the other boats over on the other side are just off the beach that you can get to and walk to the gardens.
In case any of you are wondering how do we keep fit while we're on the boat, well, this is it. So we've come ashore to Trelissick Gardens in Cornwall, up the Truro River. We're anchored just over there. I'll probably overlay some footage of that. And I've tied the dinghy up and we are in our running stuff. So we're just going to do a quick 5k. Lovely sunny day, so nice day for it. There's actually a park run at Trelissick. It doesn't start from where we needed to start from, so on the Garmin watches we've just said give us a 5k run, give us a circle route, and it will take us back to where we start with the right sort of distance. So we're just going to follow the map on the watch and see how we get on. So we'll show you a bit more later.
You say you're fine, but I can see right through. You're holding your secrets for way too long. This can't keep going on. With every lie, they keep on hurting you, getting away with everything they do. This can't keep going on, no. We're gonna find them, and I'm gonna fight for you. They better start hiding. We'll be running with the lions.
So we're about 2k into the run now in the Trelissick Gardens. Absolutely beautiful gardens. Loads of people around, and it turns out today is Easter Sunday, so there's kids on Easter egg hunts running around with buckets full of chocolate. Jude was hoping she could find some free chocolate in the bushes, but none so far. But we've turned back towards the boat now.
And I'm gonna fight for you. They better start hiding. We'll be running with the lions, lions. We'll be running with the lions, lions. They can't run, they can't hide. We won't stop until they're down. We'll be running with the lions, lions.
So the run is complete. We're just going to get back into the dinghy and head back over to the boat somewhere here. And that's how we stay fit on the boat. We anytime we get an opportunity. It's not often, because quite often we're at anchor or whatever, but we get ashore, go for a run, do whatever we can. I've just cooked a chili for dinner. We these days try to eat on the boat as much as we can, so I've prepared a chili. We're planning to go out and try and show you guys the Pandora Inn. It's just around the corner from here, probably about a mile by dinghy, which isn't too bad. It's completely flat calm out there. So we'll motor around, show it to you guys. It's a very old pub that's been there probably hundreds of years. We'll check that and get back to you on that little fact. And just a very nice place. It's got its own pontoon, so you can tie up your dinghy to it. Smaller boats can tie up there as well. It's only accessible at low water, plus or minus probably an hour. So you've got to get the timing right or you'll be aground. If you go aground, then generally speaking people just stay and drink longer, and have a few more pints and wait for the tide to come back, which on sunny days can lead to having a few too many. But today it's going to be getting towards night time. We're probably going to come back pretty quickly, just have one or two and come back to the boat. And but we thought we would show it to you guys. We've never seen a YouTube channel go there, even though a couple have visited Falmouth from what we've seen, but no one ever seems to make it up the river and see that place, which is a real shame, because it's well worth a visit. There's a few famous old pubs in Falmouth as well, like the Chain Locker. We may go ashore in a couple of days and hopefully show you those too. But these are the sorts of places that a lot of people stop before they go off on a transatlantic round the world type cruises, or just crossing Biscay. So there's a lot of history there. The Chain Locker used to have hundreds of photographs going back decades, certainly pictures from the 60s, old Polaroids up on the walls of people that were about to go, and little notes from them saying what they're doing and where they're going and stuff like that. So really interesting place, and hopefully we will show that to you soon.
Choppy, so we're very wet. That was a live action wave hitting then. Well, it's not waves, I guess it's swell. But
this is waves.
Oh no, it's waves. So yeah, we'll see how wet we are by the time we arrive, and whether we arrive at all. We're probably over halfway, so I'm sure we will now continue. But you never know.
We've just come into Restronget Creek, which is where the pub is. As I was growing up, my dad always used to keep a boat down here, so just over there you can see a big pile of dinghies on the shore, and there's a road at the top with almost no parking. It's the most infuriating place to get to a boat from. And then there's moorings all around, as you can see in the background. And then if I spin around, you can see the pub there just behind us, with its own pontoon. So it's a lovely place to spend an evening. Really quiet little river. Most of it dries out. Some of the moorings are deep water moorings, but for small boats it's absolutely fantastic to keep a boat down here. So I'm going to stop now because we could run aground depending on how well we've worked out our tides. So we'll see you when we're at the pub.
Oh yeah. This is the sport of it. Yeah. I'm bacon. No, we keep them happy by putting little bits of bacon. So it doesn't feel like this too.
So obviously earlier I didn't have any of the details, so we've got Jude here, and we've done a bit of research to tell you more.
And it's still a bit hit and miss on the information, but I'll try. So the building originates from the 13th century. It was originally like on a farm estate. Was it the farmhouse? Farmhouse at that time?
It was a farmhouse.
Yeah, it was a farmhouse at the time and farm. And then they, in 1791, renamed it to the Pandora. Based
So
on
technically it was renamed after the HMS Pandora, which went to Tahiti with Captain Bligh's bounty, to capture the mutineers of Captain Bligh's bounty.
See, I told you I didn't have all the facts.
The Pandora struck a remote part of the Great Barrier Reef in 1791, and this is named after that boat, but it doesn't say when they renamed it.
Yeah. So it at some point became a pub. We're not entirely sure on that day either.
No.
No,
But a long time ago.
A long time ago. In 2011, there was actually a fire which burnt out a lot of the top of the building. That would be the
Yes,
word.
so it's a thatched roof, and obviously that comes with some fire risk. Apologies if you can hear the outboard in the background. So yeah, it burned down in 2011, quite a devastating fire, and it was closed for a few years, but they have rebuilt it. All of the walls and stuff pretty much are original. I think they changed a couple of bits as they were doing it, but it's still a thatched roof.
It's a grade 2 building, so they weren't able to actually change any of the insides of it, and they had to use original materials, or original materials that would have been used in that time to rebuild it, to make sure that they complied with those legislations.
Yeah, we only bring you the finest random facts. They've been thoroughly researched. But yeah, we thought it would be nice to show you the 15th century pub after showing you the 18th century distillery up in Plymouth. We'll see if we can find you any older things as time progresses. Yeah, there's a lot of pretty old stuff hanging around in Britain.
For now, we'll enjoy our Cornish
I'm having
beers.
a pint of Tribute. It's not the greatest beer in the world, this is just the Tribute. And that's Proper Job.
Proper Job.
Proper Job being a Cornish phrase, so anything that's good, you just say Proper Job. And the other one we've got is Directly, and Directly is similar to the Spanish Mañana, so it means I will get around to that at a point in the future that is not now. It doesn't mean I'll do it tomorrow, and it doesn't mean I'll do it next week. It means I'm not doing it now, but I will eventually do that for you.
That's Dave's motto in a lot of the jobs that he has on his list.
Yeah, I'll do them directly. But I'm Cornish, so that's my prerogative. So anyway, we're going to enjoy these lovely beers and catch up with you later.
That's very important.
We've just pulled up the anchor at Turnaware Bar in Cornwall after a lovely couple of nights staying there. Very peaceful anchorage, didn't move an inch. And as I was pulling it up, there was a tyre on the anchor with the tip of the anchor through from the inside of the tyre. And then when I tried to push it off, the actual flukes of the anchor wouldn't fit through the tyre, so it took me about 10 minutes to sort of manoeuvre it around. Turns out our boat hook isn't that strong, it's just designed for pickup lines. But we eventually wrestled it off. Didn't feel safe to kind of pull it on board because I was leaning right out over the bows at the time and it was pretty heavy. And as I said, the boat hook was twisting and turning, so I'm pretty sure that would have snapped under the weight. But yeah, that was a interesting experience to deal with. But we're on our way now. The anchor is free and it's back on board. We're heading to a marina for a couple of nights, just so that we can provision for the upcoming trip, and also to get a few jobs done. We've got a few things to fix. The shower is leaking slightly, it needs a new cartridge, and a light has broken, the fitting, so going to repair those, and we should be shipshape and ready to go on to the Scillies and then hopefully to Ireland.
We've just arrived at the marina. It was really windy when we came in and we went through a bit of a squall of like rain and really heavy winds, so apologies if you can't hear me very well. But we're just going to go and pay and do the Cornishing and get a pasty because my Cornish boyfriend is desperate for one. See you in a bit. We hope you enjoyed the episode. Join us next week as we visit the tropical isles of Scilly and explore St Mary's, St Agnes, Goo, Tresco and Briar. If you enjoyed our videos, please consider subscribing below. It's free to do so and we'll show you all the new videos as we release them.